Lesson 3, two-dimensional representation. Okay, so for the remainder of the unit, we're going to have a bunch of different ways on how we draw out things. So the first one is going to be a component drawing. So when you have a component drawing, it shows each of the components, how many of them, and then it's always drawn to scale. So these are things that are used in like blueprints when you buy things that you have to build, because you need to see it to scale so that when you're comparing all of the objects, you know which one's which is a problem I often have. Okay, so we're going to go, this is side A, oops, this is side B, and this is side C. So we're going to do a scale of 1 to 10. So our first job is to convert all of these numbers. And then we're going to draw it out. And I can't really draw it out to scale on here because I don't have a ruler, or I don't know how that would work with the iPad. But I'll show you what to do and then you can do it. So we have 1 to 10. This is telling us our actual size. So we're going to put it on the bottom. So we have 45 over x. And we're going to do that separately 3 times for each of the dimensions. And we get our answers to be 4.5 centimeters, 4.0 centimeters, and 3.0 centimeters. So now when we're drawing these, you have to actually measure them out to be that size. So I want you to pause the video, and I want you to draw these out somewhere on this page, and then I will show you how it should look. So if we're doing face A first, so that's our side that is 45 centimeters by 40 centimeters. It should look something like this. But when you measure it on your page, I want you to make sure that it's 4 centimeters and 4.5 centimeters. We don't actually have to write that down, like we don't label that. Just as you're measuring it, make sure it's measured to that side. And then we also say that there's 2 of these because it's a box. So A is times 2. The next one you should have drawn out is that side, what did I say? B was the side. So B would be, look, it would have the same height as this one, but it wouldn't be as wide. So we would say B, there's 2 of them, and this one is 45 centimeters by 30 centimeters, and again we label what the actual size is. They don't care how big the scale side is. And our last one would be to do the top. So the top would be more like this, and that's our C side, and it's 40 centimeters by 30 centimeters. And I drew it like this so that I could line them up to make sure they stay to scale. And the last thing that you do on a scale drawing like this is you write what the scale is. So that's what your drawing should look like. It might not all fit on that page perfectly. I'm sorry if I didn't give you enough space. I fit mine on, but I also wrote small. Alright, so that's called a component drawing. Okay, another type question that you're going to have to do is let's draw the front and side view. So for this type of question, we can't always tell all of the views, but we can tell the front for this one. So this would be this side, this side, this side. We would see all of these. So the front view would be 4 on the bottom. It does not have to be to scale. 4 on the bottom, 3 starting here, and then 1 in the middle. So that's what we would look at if we looked at it from the front. If we looked at it from the side, we would see these faces, these, and this one. So this one also has 4 on the bottom. Then it has 2. Then it has 1, and it's right here. So that's how you would do a question like that. Alright, next question. Draw a component parts diagram of a rectangular prism that has a width of 8 centimeters, a depth of 4 centimeters, and a height of 6 centimeters. We're going to use a scale of 1 to 2. So we're going to go 1 over 2, This is the actual sizes, so we're going to put it on the bottom, X goes on the top. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to find all of the dimensions. So you should have got 1 over 2 is X over 4, 1 over 2 is X over 6, and then what you got was they're all half the size, so 4 centimeters, 2 centimeters, and 3 centimeters. So if we imagine this, we have a box with a width of 8, a depth of 4, and a height of 6. I don't know how accurate that is. So we're going to have 3 faces. We have the top. Let's do the top, the front, and the side. So the top, we're going to measure it out to be 4. 1 second. Let's go like this. A, B, C. Okay, the top is going to be 4 by 3. So pause the video and draw out a rectangle that is 4 by 3. So you should get it like that. And there's 2 of those. And it would be 8 centimeters by 6 centimeters. Okay, our next side let's do is B. So B has the same width, so 4 centimeters, but this one has a height of 6. We already did this one. I got this backwards. This is B. We did this as 8 by 6. A would be 4 by 2. So we would go 4 by 2. My bad, I'm sorry. So this is 8 centimeters by 4 centimeters. And then the last one would be 6 by 4. So that's our side C, which is 2 by 3. So we could go, I don't like that. We'll put it here. 2 by 3. So this would be our side C. And it would be 4 centimeters by 6 centimeters. So you pause the video and actually do that with your ruler. I'm sorry. Okay, last one. Draw a component drawing of this. It doesn't say it on here, but we're going to use a scale of 1 over 25. I just didn't type it in. So we've got a couple different shapes. We have A, which we're going to call these shelves. They're all the same size. And then we got B, which is these side panels. And then we're going to have C, which is actually the back. So we need to convert all of those things. So let's do A first. So A is going to be 1 over 25, and our dimensions are 30 centimeters by 150. So we're going to go 1 over 30 for one side, or x over 30, and then we're going to go 1 over 25 equals x over 150. Those are our dimensions. So if I type those into my calculator, cross multiply and divide, I get 1.2 centimeters by 6 centimeters. So those are our new dimensions for our shelves. For B, our dimensions are 30 centimeters and 200 centimeters. So we already did 30 centimeters, so we know it's going to be 1.2 centimeters because we got that there. And then we got 1 over 25 is x over 200. So our new width is going to be 8 centimeters. And our last one, side C, is 154 by 200. So we already got 200. So it's going to be, what is that, 8 centimeters. And now we'll convert the 154. So 1 over 25 equals x over 154. And the other dimension will be 6.2. So this is what we're going to measure out. So I want you to pause the video and measure out all of these components. So you should also start with side C because it's the biggest and you're going to have the hardest time fitting that in. So what your drawing should look like is you have side C and it should be big like this. and it's 200 centimeters by 154 centimeters. And then you should have side B, and I drew mine right here so I could line them up. And there's actually only one C, so don't do that. There's two B's though. Okay, that looks terrible. I'm sorry. There's a lot of apologizing in this video. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? Okay, B times 2. Again, sorry that I sang in a video. It happens often. 200 centimeters, and then this one's 30 centimeters. And then the last side, side A, I drew right here. And it's 6 of them. There's 6 side A's, and they're 30 centimeters by 150. And it doesn't line up exactly, but it's pretty close. And then you can write that scale of 1 to 25 somewhere on there, which I think we forgot to do in the last example. Alright, that's it. There's component drawings. You're welcome.